It's time for another Dice Tower review with Z Garcia.
Okay, so today we are taking a look at Hunger the Show. This is a simultaneous selection card game in which all the players are supposed to be part of some TV show, kind of like Survivor, and you are going to be attempting to gather food to survive from day to day. But more importantly than that, you are attempting to gather the parts to different rafts so you can win the game and escape from the island, I guess. This is a game I was very excited for. It's a game that just recently made one of my top 10 anticipated games list, and then I played it. Yeah. So here we're all set up, ready to begin. We've put all of the tokens in the corresponding places in the bottom of the box, by the way. Nice and fiddly, getting everything stacked up where it goes. But they are pre-printed on the bottoms there as to where they should go. So that's the deal. And use different amounts of these depending on the number of players. Everyone has some starting food tokens that look like that. They have numbers between 1 and 4. A deck of cards. Here's how you play. Each round, everyone is going to play 2 cards. You're going to play a card that tells you a location, where you want to go, the beach, the forested area there, the volcano, or stay at camp, and then what you want to do. You want to gather chickens, or try to build a raft, or I'll get back to that, or gather fruit. And then there's 2 other ones. There is steal, and then there is defend, all right? And everyone does this at the same time. If a single player goes somewhere, they are going to get 2 of the things. So this player says they are going to the volcano and they're going to gather chickens. Everybody reveals he's the only one that did that. He grabs a couple of these chickens. That's 3 chickens. Hold on. Get back in there. There you go. So these have food on the other side. In this case, each of these chickens is for food. Great. If 2 people go to the same place, they're each going to get 1 of the things. So let's say both of these players went over here to grab fruit. They each get 1. If 3 or more players went there, no one gets anything. If someone plays a thief at one of these locations, they get whatever other people would have gathered of that thing. If the thief goes to the camp, they steal 2 things from any other players, a total of 2. If a guard goes to the camp while there are thieves, they are going to stop the thieves from thieving, and they are going to take 1 thing from people they helped, as well as 1 thing from the thief. If there is a guard with no thieves, they don't do anything. They get a couple of coconuts, which are almost worthless. They usually have 0 or 1 food. That's what that is. If there are multiple thieves and multiple guards, and then it gets complicated, then you'll have, 2 thieves, 1 guard is different than 2 guards, 1 thief, and whatever. Once that's all done, we'll flip over a card from here, and it might be nothing, or it might be nothing, or it might be lose 2 raft pieces from all of the raft spots. Nothing, or, lose 1 chicken, so you got to get in here and very gingerly grab a chicken from each of these places without if one of these goes, that's real fun. So that's how that works. And then everyone eats, so you have to eat a total of 4 food. So first round, usually people will just chuck something like that, and they're good. If you don't have enough food, you're kicked out of the game. If the card that ends the game comes up, this is shuffled into the bottom 5 cards, then the game's also over, and at that point you would count up who won. What you're trying to do is collect the rafts. So for example, let's say that this player here ran out of food, so they're gone, and this player here ran out of food, so they're gone. And then let's say that this player here collected 4 raft pieces, for example, and this character over here got 5 of them. There we go, and this player got just 2. So you flip them over, and you see how many combinations they've made of rope and the lumber. So in this rope, and there we go. So this is 1 point. 1 rope, 1 lumber is 1 point, whereas 2 rope, 1 lumber is still 1 point. 2, that would be 2 points. You need the whole combination. So this player's got, nothing actually. And this player has nothing. That's a bunch of lumber. And this player has, no, that's food. 2 points. So this person wins. They got 2 tokens, but they are better than the rest because they actually match. So yeah, that's how you play the game. So that's basically it. And yeah, I'm done talking about this. Let's go back up top and let me rant a little bit. This game, if it can so be called, is absolute garbage. There is nothing here that is redeeming. The only thing that I thought made it perhaps an interesting game was the theme. It sounds like a clever theme, but it is such a boring, listless, just throwaway design. There is nothing here that is captivating. Let's talk about these target audience points, but really, there's no reason. Thematic ties. Like I said, I liked the theme, but the game completely wastes that theme. Aesthetics. This is super annoying. This is annoying, these weird shaped counters. And then for some reason, we are supposed to put them in the bottom of the box, which means you're knocking them around all the time. And it just adds to the annoyance. The whole thing is ill-advised. Replayability. No. You are doing nothing in this game. You could probably pick 2 cards randomly and do better than people who are trying. So there is 0 replayability. Game length. It's mercifully short, or at least it can be if that card ends up at the top of the deck. But the game length is also so random. You could literally cut the game length in half. I have heard of games that shuffle the endgame trigger card into the last 5 cards. In a 40-card deck, not a 10-card deck, that is literally possibly half the game. So, swing and a miss there. Ease of play, it's fiddly, it's annoying, there are no interesting design choices here. And lastly, tactics and strategy. Gotcha. Luck, really. Luck. It's all completely random. Never mind what you're doing throughout the game. The way you win is random. I could literally have more scoring tokens than you and lose, as you saw in the overview, which was not planned. That was random. So there is nothing here. This is a huge disappointment. I will never come near this game again. As soon as I'm done talking to you about it, it's going out the door. There is nothing here that is interesting. You know what this game is? This game is basically the same as Hoity-Toity, but more boring. And Hoity-Toity came out in 1990. That's 27 years ago. And somehow this is similar and worse.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.